Hello everyone, welcome back to the Ahdurin Region. I'm your host Ahdurin himself, and welcome back to Detective Grimoire, where we continue on our adventure of detectiving. Yeah, pretty much how it goes. Episode 1 and the playlist should be in the description below if you have not caught up already. Hopefully the volume is good. I have extreme difficulties when it comes to properly using volume and audio. Hopefully everything is alright, and we shall continue with what we've got. Now, it has been a bit since I have seen this, so I'm going to go through real quick and try to get a brief understanding of the information that we have so far. Yeah, just give me a second as I scan through this stuff, kind of figure out what's going on here. Okay. I think I remember where we are, more or less, hopefully. And to continue with this, let us go... So we can go backwards or we can turn right. Let's go backwards. And here's an individual that I do not believe we have met. So let's talk to him, I guess.
Oh? You've arrived at a bad time, my friend. For once, they don't actually want tourists walking around this place.
I always arrive at a bad time. It's what I do.
My job.
I'm a detective, not a tourist.
My apologies. It's just, you have the same wide-eyed expression as the kids that come here.
You apologize for me being a
Running
detective?
around, spending their parents' money. You know.
Well, it's not every day I visit a swamp full of such unique specimens.
It's no problem. You're just thinking what we all thought when we arrived for the first time.
Why didn't they put in a bathroom?
Yep.
No, you're thinking, this place is beautiful. What a lucky man I am to be here.
I am I? Well, if you say so.
Edward Everstone, at your service.
That's a pretty cool name. Can I call you Ed?
You don't need to. Everyone just calls me Echo.
Yeah, why do they call you Echo? So, I mentioned this in the previous episode, and hopefully the audio is good for this episode as well. But I have played through this section before. I've talked to him before, at least. And so I want to do the same answers as I did then, because I recorded it and then the audio got messed up, and so I'm going to pick the same answer as I did last time, which was why, because you'd bounce if I threw you at a wall, because I thought that was funny. The other two, why, because it gives you an elevated sense of purpose, and why, because you're a good swimmer. I'm not sure what either of those had to do with Echo, but the bounce of the wall I felt like related to Echo, so...
Why? Because you'd bounce if I threw you against a wall?
What? No. Because I always come back. Again and again, until my job is done.
Okay, what is your job, though? That's a valid question to ask.
You're protesting, right?
I certainly am. And now that you're here, I'm getting you involved.
What does that mean? Yeah, I haven't got time to hold up signs for you. I'm sorry.
You simply have to hear my message and take it with you.
Go ahead. I'm all ears. Plus, I have a little notebook.
What was the first thing you felt when you saw the sign for Boggy's Bog looming over you?
I have a job to do.
Oh, I thought it
Not
was...
thought. Felt.
I felt... Well, something seemed wrong. There wouldn't be a tourist attraction in the middle of a swamp like this. There shouldn't be.
My job is done. Clearly your brain is working perfectly, Detective.
So
Guys, he called us
you're
Big Brain.
against the tourist attraction? Yeah, let's see. You'd rather this area was kept as a natural habitat, right?
Right again. And that precise word, habitat. First and foremost, I'm protesting for animal rights.
Well, okay, I'm following you, but it's not like they're cutting down trees or anything like that, right?
All animals deserve the right to live in peace, and I promise you, on a normal day, this place is far from peaceful.
Are you talking about the swamp creature? About Boggy?
A creature like that.
Why'd it
He's
get dark?
earned the right to be left alone. We're fools to invite ourselves into his home like this on a daily basis, assuming he's not going to mind. Assuming he'll keep to himself and let us walk around with his face on our t-shirts.
Well, I agree. I think he should be left alone. But like you said, he can probably handle himself. And if no one has even seen him in 60 years, I don't really see the problem.
Unlike you, Detective, I never had an academic calling in life. I was never even a talented artist or musician or anything. So instead, I made the decision to stand up for those who were getting a raw deal.
Interesting. So we learned quite a bit about Echo here. In that he's an animal rights protester. He protests for them, at least, not against them, obviously. He's also not academically. He doesn't have an academic sort of big brain type thing that apparently us detective have. So, we've talked about the job. Let's talk about the more important thing. What happened last night?
Here every day.
Yes, I do.
Well, I'm only going to ask you about one of those days. What were you doing yesterday evening?
I was here at my protest spot until fairly late. Then I went to get something to eat at Harper's Cafe before I...
Wait, you ate at the cafe here? Doesn't supporting the tourist attraction like that kind of go against your protest?
That seems kind of
A man
wrong.
has to eat, doesn't he? I don't think the meager contributions of one person are going to keep this place afloat. Especially now.
And you're sleeping here? Doesn't it get cold at night?
Well, I came prepared, of course. I usually find myself with 1 or 2 extra layers to wear. Most of this bulk is padding, I promise you.
I'm sure it is. So you stayed here the whole night?
That's right. And I admit I may have heard some stranger than usual sounds.
Really? Could you tell
floating
us?
around the swamp last night.
Okay.
What kind of sounds?
It's impossible to say. This place fills with the most terrifying sounds at night. Hundreds of animals, some tiny, some much larger, awaken and make their own protests.
Like the swamp
every
creature.
night until the sun rises in the morning.
Insects make noises at night.
Grimoire writing the real facts down.
Written it down.
Yeah, the clear facts. Insects make noises. So that's an interesting thing. We might as well present all of the clues because I got nothing better to do.
I'm afraid I have...
Alright. The map?
Show it to somebody else.
Okay, that's a no. The black and
No
white photo?
thanks, my friend.
Okay. How about the film footage?
I'm afraid I have...
Nope. What about the lockpick?
Show it to some...
And finally, this flipper.
No thanks, my friend.
Okay, so that's nothing. We didn't get anything. All right, that's disappointing. Last thing we can talk about are the different people, I suppose. Let's talk about each of them.
A man who has sacrificed luxuries to protect those who need protecting. Pretty good beard, too.
Hey, I don't disagree at all, man. That is a pretty nice beard indeed. What about the rest of these
You're
people?
asking the wrong person.
Alright, so you don't know anything about Van de Peer? What about the Burke?
You're wasting your time.
Alright. How about your swamp
Boggy is
creature?
my prime suspect, you know. The creature you're trying to protect.
Protect is the wrong word. If your suspicions were correct, we could both agree he's a creature that doesn't need protecting.
You think he might be the murderer?
I think he's a wild animal, and he wants to be left alone at any cost.
Interesting. Interesting. And then how about
The
Remington?
murder victim.
Yep.
Since last night, yeah. But he was the owner of Boggy's Bog. Did you know him?
Not personally. To be honest, I'm quite glad about it.
Not a fan, I suppose? Alright, I think that wraps up him. Yep, that wraps up him. And then at this point, I have no idea what to do. I haven't seen anything from here. So we shall continue from there. Are there any notes here? There are 2 more note things here. We've already found the blue and red flower petals. So I want to know if I can see anything else.
I'm impressed someone managed to pitch a tent here. And I'm impressed someone would want to.
Okay,
It's a colorful, boggy-themed padlock.
this is very new.
He's staring into my soul.
Yeah, you ever see Boggy just stare into your soul?
It should open if I set the right number.
Okay. Do I know the right number, though? I don't think I know the right number, so I will go back. Is there anything else?
Ah!
That goes back to you. I don't think... Do any of my clues talk about numbers? The
I'm
police
afraid
file?
I
Oh,
have-
wait, no. I'm showing this to you. Do I have a... Let's see. What did the note say? Small tent has been pitched nearby. It seems the protester is living here at the moment. The blue and red flower petals are scattered on the ground. And then there should be one more thing somewhere.
Looks like this path.
Alright. Can I click on this again?
These flower petals seem a little out of place, lying on the ground over there.
Alright, so I suppose we should just get a move on. I think there's fast travel here, so we can travel here. This was something that I thought about doing in the previous episode. I didn't do, but now that we have time, we can. We can go talk to the police officer.
Back so soon, Grimoire? What's troubling you?
So I don't know. Your mustache.
Your mustache is troubling me. That thing seems to be longer every time I see you.
You've been warned about this, detective. Don't talk about my facial hair, and I won't talk about yours.
Excuse me,
What's wrong
mine.
with mine? It's perfectly under control. It's trimmed and ready for action.
Grimoire, you're supposed to be investigating a murder. Stop wasting time.
Okay, cool.
Back so soon?
Alright,
What's
so
troubling you?
we can go here. Let's ask the other two questions.
I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be doing.
Getting rusty, I see. Don't panic, I'll go over the basics.
Cool.
First of all, you can examine things you find in the swamp by tapping on them. My advice is to be thorough. You won't regret it.
What about the suspects?
That's simple. Just tap on anyone you meet and begin talking to them. You'll eventually be able to choose from a list of topics, some of which might not be available at first. So you'll need to visit each suspect several times.
Okay, that makes sense.
My advice is to be
thorough and I won't regret it. Yeah, I got it. Talk to everyone about everything.
If you must put it so bluntly, you can move around the swamp by selecting walk mode with the button on the bottom right, and then choosing a direction.
So, wait. What's the button on the top right?
That's the most important button of all. It opens your case file. It's where you keep
Oh,
all...
I remember. I keep all my notes in there. Everything about suspects, clues, and the areas I've been to.
Precisely. If you get lost, read through your case file. It should help you decide what you need to do next. Good luck.
Okay, cool. So I guess you were supposed to talk to him originally, and I did not, because I just jumped into it. So you can see here the different things. Apparently we're 21% of the way done with 2 of the 7 challenges, which are the special talkative thingy things that you can do with each of your suspects. So we're 28% done with the suspects, 12% done with the clues, 30% done with notes, but I've been clicking on everything. Click and hold the back button to exit immediately from menus. Cool. The other question was where are we?
So, where are we? It feels like the middle of nowhere.
That's a fairly accurate description. We've arrived at a tourist attraction known as Boggy's Bog. Legend has it that a mysterious creature lives in this swamp.
Right, that's Boggy.
Exactly. And in recent years, it seems somebody has tried to commercialize that legend. And the swamp itself.
But the owner was the murder victim, wasn't he?
Yes, unfortunately, he'll be unavailable for questioning.
Yeah, I would figure he'd be unavailable, you know, because he's kind of, like, dead. Cool. Were there any notes in this area? I don't know if there was. There is, okay. I don't know what note that would be, though.
That must be the entrance. A simple wooden dock. Looks like it can just about hold my weight.
Where is the clue, then?
A lot of fog and a lot of trees. The water is black and deep. My favorite kind.
No, that goes back to you.
A lot of fog and a lot... The water is black and... That must be the entrance. The water is...
Alright, never mind, I suppose. Maybe we'll get the notes later. Let's pop into the entrance. Nobody seems to be here. The crossroads. We didn't go into the museum section, but there is a couple of areas that I want to check out on the left-hand side. So if we go to the protest, we see our old pal here. The clearing is when we found these two fellers, who we might as well actually talk about. Did we present any additional clues? We didn't get any additional clues, but we can present the profile of Echo.
I really don't have an opinion. My apologies.
Alright, cool. You don't know. That seems legit. Hey, you know Echo?
I'm a busy man, and
Alright.
this doesn't look...
That's probably a nope. Okay, cool. So let's move on. So, in the beginning of the episode, we had the option of walking. If we go up to the top left, that goes to the the murder area, the scene of the crime. That's what it's called. If we went back, we saw the protester, but we have not gone right yet, which is what I will do. I think. Have we gone here? I don't think we've gone here, right? Let me just check the map real quick. We have not. This is the path. Cool. So, how many hints do we got here? 2 things. Cool. So let's go over and see what these 2 things are.
That's the logo for Boggy's Bog.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm guessing this museum is an official part of the tourist attraction.
It looks like it's slanting sideways, though.
I hope they don't charge an entrance fee.
And then these look familiar.
I don't think it's a window, but this hatch is shut at the moment. I can't see inside. This side of the museum is surrounded by blue and red flowers.
Now that's very familiar because those blue and red flowers were on the bridge next to the protester. Cool. What's the second one?
That museum, which
Oh,
makes
sorry.
it look even more out of place in a swamp. Is it being held up on wooden supports? It's bizarre.
That is very interesting.
That museum is... Which... Is it...
I suppose, can we walk in? We can. There's also, I think this is back, right? Yeah, this is back. So if we head here, we can turn right or go in. Let's go inside. Why not?
The door's jammed unless I can get these brass handles out of the way. Seems like I can rotate them around, just until the gap in the middle is clear.
So it seems like this is a puzzle.
That top hat guy would have so struggled with this one.
Bang. Here we go. And here we are in the museum. This is interesting. Inside the museum, how many... We got a bunch of different stuff. There's like 5 different things here. Cool. So, let's talk to him first.
Let me guess, you don't work here, do you? I wonder if that makes you the first tourist I've seen today.
You're incorrect, Detective. I am no mere tourist.
How did you know I was a detective?
Yeah.
Was it my stylish trench coat? My sensitive, inquisitive...
He's about to insult you, Grimoire.
It was the clueless expression on your face.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's the one.
Right. That's it. You've done it now. What's your name?
I go by Folder. Agent Folder. What are you doing?
Agent folder? Agent folder. Are you supposed to be a detective or something like that? Alright. Which of these 3 would I like to talk about? I'm writing bad things about you.
I'm writing bad things about you in my notebook.
Haha. Take that. Alright. So let's talk to him about a few things, like his job.
So, if you're not a tourist, and you don't work here...
I am a scholar, an academic. I'm here to research the past and uncover the future.
So, you're visiting the museum. For fun.
Fun! Oh, there's nothing so simple as fun to be had here. I come to this museum night and day to study its secrets.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, what kind of secrets? It's just a museum about Boggy, right? The swamp creature.
He's one of the most intriguing modern examples of cryptozoology. A fascinating combination of scientific fact and
Cryptozoology?
wild speculation.
I'm with you on the speculation front. Although, come to think of it, people have been hinting that I should find out about the history of this creature.
A wise suggestion. And you've come to the right person. My knowledge far exceeds anyone else you might have met so far.
Oh, really?
So, you'll help me?
I suppose I could divulge some of my findings with you, if you're in the mood for a little light reading. Let me find it for you. Oh, yeah, this'll do. Something for beginners, at least.
Cool, so we got some more information about Boggy, I guess, from Folder's file. I really like that. I like that name. So information about Boggy collected by Agent Folder. So Boggy's swamp became a protected area after reports of hunting in the area. Boggy's appearance has changed from the original sketch, in which he has 3 claws on each arm. The modern character has simple fin-like arms instead to make him less threatening. No footprints were recorded in the journal, but some experts believe that the information out there. Now, the 3 claws matches up with, I think there were 3 claw marks on the body. So, that is interesting indeed. And you can see some more photos here. Okay, let's talk about last night then.
So, Mr. Folder.
Agent Folder.
Yeah, Were you here yesterday? What were you doing last night?
I was here, in the museum, going through my files one final time before disappearing into the night.
Don't museums usually close in the evenings?
They do. I've never been one to worry about other people's schedules. I come and go as I please. There's a key to every lock, Detective.
Oh, so you have the key to the museum?
Why did
Of
the...
course I don't. Why would you think that?
Well,
Once again, that clueless expression. I use a lockpick and get in through the small side door. I have a right to be here, you see. Remington has no business locking me out, so I don't let him.
You just admitted to breaking the law.
Yeah.
If everyone did that, my job would be a lot easier.
It's not my best lockpick. This new one's cheap. I used to own one, a superior model. Unfortunately, I misplaced it in one of the darker corners of the swamp, so I don't...
I'm writing down your confession about sneaking around.
Then what are you gonna do? Report me to Remington? Good luck, my friend.
I need to pick my questions carefully.
Well, here's the thing. Remington is kind of, skadooshed, so... Interesting. Now, a lot of pieces are filling together because we found the lockpick earlier next to... close to Remington's body. And then he's talking about this new lockpick. I had an old one, but I lost in the swamp. Well, so, let's see where we can go. I found near, I lost near, I was given by... So, let's see. The lockpick I found inside... No, that wouldn't work. The lockpick I found near Remington's body might belong to Agent Folder. Yeah, it's been there for years. Was definitely the murder weapon. Might belong to Mr. Harper. No, okay, so I think this is it. The lockpick I found near Remington's body might belong to Agent Folder.
The lockpick I found near Remington's body might belong to Agent Folder. As far as I know, Agent Folder is experienced with lockpicks. I wonder if he's hiding something.
I wonder if he is hiding something indeed. And we still have time, so let's go present a bunch of clues to him. And, yeah.
I've never seen that before, and I never want to see it again.
Good talk. What about the map?
I have no interest in something like that.
Alright. What about your file?
This file goes over some basic differences between the genuine creature and the cartoon character. It's nothing more than a basic overview, really.
Okay. I don't know if I'm going to show him the lockpick or not. You know what? I'll show it to him last stuff.
Actually, this is a classic example of a cryptid photograph.
What's a cryptid?
A creature unknown to science. Look at the slight blurring in this photo, the murky exposure. It's perfect.
It's perfect because it can't really be used as evidence?
Now you're catching on.
What? Is he just trying to roast all of these conspiracy theorists here? This picture is perfect. It can't be used to prove anything, and therefore can prove my case.
You're wasting your precious
Alright,
time.
he doesn't have anything about this. Last thing is the flippers before I show the
Guesswork.
lockpick.
Nobody can know what Boggy's feet look like. It's his greatest secret.
Interesting, okay. Last but not least is the lockpick. Let's see if he, yells about this.
Something you found on the floor? Come back when I'm not so busy, alright?
Okay, so he's not going to recognize it yet. I assume that's probably where this challenge topic is about. So, we'll talk about each of the different people before we get started. So,
Oh, yes, I know him. He occasionally asks me about the history and biology of the swamp creature. I explained to him what the real Boggy looks like and how they changed his appearance for the cartoon character.
Why did he ask about that?
Because some people are naturally curious. You should give it a try sometime.
excuse me, I am naturally curious. That's why I am here. So that was for Echo.
Next time, only show me something.
Okay, so you don't know Vanderpeer? How about Bert?
This person is of no interest in...
Alright. What about Agent Folder?
If I cared about that person, I would know everything I need to know already.
That was for you, though. Alright, whatever. Roll with it. What about Boggy?
Are you asking about the cartoon character? Because I have no interest in such childish matters.
No, I think I'm asking about the actual creature. What's the difference anyway?
Everything!
Everything. Awesome,
The
Remington.
man was a fool. That's all you need to know.
Alright, so we found somebody that doesn't like Remington. Cool. I just find it funny that I click on his own name and he's like, I don't like him at all. He's not anything important. Alright, time to go challenge.
I have a bone to pick with you.
Are you setting yourself up for a joke? Something about a lockpick?
Maybe. Who knows? Stop distracting me. I'm trying to interrogate you.
My apologies, go ahead.
So, What are we showing folder now?
Let's present a clue. Let's present the lockpick.
Where did I find this again?
So we found the lockpick in the outside office.
I found a lockpick at the scene of the crime.
Oh, apparently you did. Why does this concern me?
You didn't say Remington always carried a lockpick. You were at the scene of the crime yesterday. He hasn't said anything like that. He has already admitted to using a lockpick for opening locked doors, though.
You already admitted to owning one of these, and how you're ever so happy to come and go as you please with it, am I right? Be honest.
Luckily for me, Detective, I was honest with you. I believe I have already explained that second lockpick before you even found it.
You left it at the office? No. You let Remington borrow it? No. I'm pretty sure he said he lost it.
You lost your lockpick in the swamp and had to buy a new one.
That's right. I appreciate you finding it for me. However, I won't ask for it back. Apparently it has since become some diabolical instrument in the art of murder.
Yeah, it's an important piece of evidence.
Alright, so this challenge wasn't as crazy, but he stands by his story that he lost the lockpick and he couldn't find it, and that's all you really need to know. So, interesting indeed. So let's explore the room a little bit.
Books about Boggy and other mysterious creatures. I'll read them some other time.
Alright, I'm gonna click on everything.
These are skulls? Oh, they're just models. Creepy models.
About this.
Models of Boggy's claws. Hold on. What's this?
Interesting. What do we got?
Something doesn't seem right here.
Okay.
I think I should try arranging these models into pairs. Something seems out of place.
Alright, so... According to historical sketches, the skin would have had a number of spots and patterns similar to that of a toad/frog, so I think these two match up. That goes there, that goes there.
I don't think these gloves are part of the exhibit.
Interesting.
It looks like someone tried to hide them here.
Okay, so we've got some interesting... These flippers, they're not part of the museum exhibit, that's for sure. So we have found Boggy's legs and arms, so either Boggy decided to cut himself up afterwards, or somebody has been faking it.
Things in jars. Ooh. I don't like things in jars.
There are specific things I don't like in jars.
Unless the thing is marmalade.
Hey, that's one of them.
This is a really cramped museum. Just one room.
Yeah, I have to admit, this is a very small museum.
Not worth the admission price.
Grimoire, you got in for free. Alright, forget it. This book is very obvious, so I'm gonna go try to explore the roundabout stuff.
There's a little door in the wall here. I think it leads outside. It's locked, though.
That's probably the door that the lockpicks to get in and out.
This is a real...
Yeah, it's this.
It's a poster from the old Boggy cartoon show.
Another story from Boggy's Bog. Recorded by Swamp and Sound. Copyright MCM XXX IV. I know that's a number. I'm terrible with Roman numbers beyond like 10. So I think this is... I think is M 100? Or is... No, C is 100 because that's century. Copyright 1934. I think that's what it is. Don't quote me on that. Somebody will probably figure it out. What about this one here?
Apparently the museum was founded by the explorer many years ago, in a different location.
Okay.
It's only recently been moved here to be part of the tourist attraction.
So does that mean that there's an older version of the museum?
That might explain why it looks so out of place.
It also might explain why the building's sideways. What is this?
Apparently, this is the exact hat worn by the explorers 60 years ago.
Oh, wow.
It seems everyone is destined to lose a hat or two in this damn swamp.
Speaking of, where is my hat? My hat still hasn't been found yet. I wonder where it went.
Some educational facts about swamps. Did you know swamps are gross? Yes? Yes, I did.
Those facts are in... Do you see museums with facts like that? Like, guys, don't, did you know that, water is wet? Actually, never mind. There was a whole debate about that. Was that last year? I don't know. Forget it. Never mind. We're not touching that with the 10-foot pole. Anyway, do we have all the notes here in the museum? I know we're missing at least one. We're missing two. Okay. One of them is clearly the book. Is that it?
Some educational. Did you?
Yeah.
Some education. Some education. Did you? This is a real.
Alright, let's just go for the book.
I'd better take a look at this.
It's a cutscene.
This journal. It's full of drawings and notes all about Boggy. It seems to be the centerpiece of the entire museum.
Alright, so in the Explorer's Journal, it's a journal recorded 60 years ago by the explorer who first visited the swamp. The only record of Boggy existing contains notes and sketches on the appearance of the swamp creature. Boggy is shown with 3 small claws in each arm. Boggy's feet are always hidden in the water, and there seems to be a page ripped from the back. There you can see more of his Boggy self. Interesting, and then...
Let's see here. This journal belonged to the explorer who first discovered Boggy in this swamp 60 years ago.
Okay, I think... Are those all the notes for this? No, we're still missing one. The centerpiece of the museum is a 60-year-old journal. The museum was found in a different location by the explorer and moved here. There are facsimile sculptures of Boggy's claws in the glass case, and you can get in and out of the museum via the small side door if you had a key. What else is here? Am I allowed to show you the other new clues? Let's see, the gloves?
The real swamp creature had claws. 3 on each hand, to be precise. Why does the costume just have these pathetic fins instead?
Okay. That was an update for the case clues, right? That wasn't part of the notes, right? I didn't read that properly. Yeah, that's not part of that. Let's ask him about
So,
the other thing that we found, the Explorer's Journal.
important piece of the puzzle. This journal is a key to unlocking the history of this place.
Oh, I thought for a second he was about to say, I've never read this, and I was going to be shocked by that, because, you know, it's sitting right here.
This is a really...
Okay, that's not it. Let's see, I did the top section, right?
Books about Boggy... Oh,
I did that, I did the skulls, I did the gloves, I did this. Oh, I didn't read the bottom, did I?
this is a
Nope,
really...
that doesn't count. I've talked to him, I've clicked on this, I've done the cartoons, that
Apparently...
hat.
let's see here.
Alright, I think that's everything we can find here. Maybe. Yeah, I suppose this is everything that I can find here. Let us... Actually, can I go out that door, maybe? No, the only way I can go is back. So, let us move over to the right. And here we are in the woods, right here. So since we're doing this real quick, I'm gonna go and talk to each of the people about our friend here. About Agent Folder, that's his name.
Oh?
Hey, so I'm gonna present Agent Folder, and I'll show them the new clues as well.
Yes, Agent Folder. A good man.
You know him?
We get on rather well, and we shared a number of views on the way things will run around here.
Okay. I'm gonna show you a couple more clues as well. I'm gonna show you these gloves.
Show it to somebody else.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna show you this journal.
This is the journal, correct? The one that man left here 60 years ago?
You seem a little unsure of the details. Shouldn't you have read up on all this stuff?
Forgive me. It's hard for me to get the image of Boggy as the lovable cartoon character out of my mind. He's just so iconic. Did you know, in 1973,
But you're protesting to protect the real swamp creature. The cartoon character is just some commercial byproduct, right?
Yes, of course.
That's interesting. He seems to be conflicted between the two, which might be a
No
problem.
thanks, my friend.
Alright, so he doesn't care about that. Now, this seems like a conflict that might be part of the challenge, trying to convince him that there is a difference between the two, the cartoon character and the real individual. So I want to show you a couple things. Folder's
What
file.
is it? Some evidence from last night's murder?
Alright, that's not anything with the journal.
That's great.
Yeah, you don't care about that. And then gloves.
I'm sorry I have not...
Alright, let's present a profile of Agent Folder.
Try showing it to somebody different.
Alright, you don't know who he is. How about you? Got any clues about any of this stuff? Like this?
You won't be getting very far.
Alright, how about the journal?
If you want an autograph,
And last but not least, the gloves.
I don't really have time.
For the person, we'll do Agent Folder. Okay, that's not it. I think that wraps up everybody we've talked to so far. Yeah, so let us... I've been holding this episode back for like a while. Can we enter here?
I can't get... Maybe if I...
Let's see. I think we'll end it here, outside the office. Yeah, so we learned quite a bit. We introduced ourselves to a couple of new characters in this episode. We introduced ourselves to Echo, and we introduced ourselves to Agent Folder. Got some more information on them, talked to all of them. Cop gave us instructions on how to play the game, which is proper considering it's the episode number 3. And we are 38% of the way done, according to the upper left-hand column right here. So, thank you very much for watching and supporting the Ahdurin region in any way, shape, or form that you do. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, take care. So do you guys have any clue who actually did it?